It's on the... Ah! He made it! Oh, no! We also ask that you adhere to NCAA policy and refrain from use of profanity while taking part.
Hello and welcome into King Stadium. It's another night of soccer here on the beautiful campus of Huntington University. The Huntington Foresters taking on the Michigan Dearborn Wolverines here tonight. The Foresters coming off a nice win on Saturday will have a chance for their fourth straight home match to start the season. We'll jump right into starting lineups for both these sides just a few minutes from kickoff here at HU. Dan Pellegrin will remain in goal again tonight. Bernardo Coelho will work in the midfield. Up front is Igor Barbieri coming off another spectacular goal in his last time out. Andre Camara will be running the right side, the sophomore forward from Portugal. Dilesh Patel getting his second straight start, along with Garrett Kleefecker, Cooper Foshi in the back. Coven Drenth making his fourth start of the year, along with Owen Leland, who will work on the right side, the junior transfer from Indiana Tech. And rounding it off for the Foresters, the spectacular freshman Sam Dolobapu, who's coming off another goal in his fourth career game. And getting a first career start tonight, a defender out of Thailand, John Pukliang, for the Foresters. Take a look at the other side, the Michigan Dearborn Wolverines traveling here today to take on the Foresters. They're coming off a 2-1 loss in their first game against Point Park University. They'll start number 0, Elijah Burlack, in goal. Austin Dukes, a senior defender, will start in front of him. Ahmad El-Hanawi will be a junior midfielder for him out of Dearborn Heights, Michigan. Josiah Yoder starts in the midfield as well, coming off 2 goals last year, and he did have 1 shot in their most previous game against Point Park. Aliyah Yasha, senior defender, will start as well, coming off 10 games played last year. Freshman, a forward junior, Christian Cole, will get a start as well up top. Bilal Boudown will start, a sophomore forward up top. He's coming off 1 shot over his last 2 years, so he gets a chance here tonight. Xavier Walser, Ahmad Musad Afzali making his second start of the year. Nicholas Pulsini and Andrew Schwartz for Coach Sampson and the Wolverines. We'll come back with some more information, and we'll have kickoff here between the Foresters and the Michigan Dearborn Wolverines on FDN Sports.
Officials for this evening's match are Aaron Wiley, Alan Seaberg, and Seth Stark. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to stand at this time if you are able. Bow your heads and remove your hats, and remain silent as we pray. Please remain standing after the prayer and honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Lord, we thank you so much for this beautiful evening. We thank you for this great dream to bring us together tonight. We thank you for safe travels for the visitors from Dearborn, Michigan. We ask that you would be with the players and officials on the field tonight to keep them safe from injury and harm. We ask that we would honor you in all that we do. We pray that you would give wisdom to the officials and the coaches. Thank you for this opportunity. Help us to make the most of it. Amen.
are back live at King Stadium on the campus of Huntington University, a matchup between the Michigan Dearborn Wolverines and the Huntington University Foresters. The Foresters coming off their first victory of the young year on Saturday when they put up 5 goals, only gave up 2. It was Igor Barbieri and João Ratinho who did 2 goals apiece for the Foresters, and Sam Dolobapiu added 1 himself. Talk about a wonderful start to a career already. 2 goals and an assist in his first 4 career matches for Sam Dolobapiu, and he was a big reason why Coach Russ Lawson's team got so many good looks in that last game on Saturday. You see Dilesh Patel getting another start, number 14 on the pitch for the Foresters. He made his first career start for HU, and he was rock solid, just an absolute offensive and attack creator for the Foresters on Saturday, and Coach Russ Lawson liked it enough to give him another shot in the starting 11 here today. So as both teams get ready, I believe we're missing a line judge, so this game might be starting a little later than expected. It looks like the main referee here is one other line. So there you go, the announcement within the stadium. Some traffic for the other linesmen getting ready to come into the match. So we will wait for that official to check in. While we do that, the women's soccer team is in action on the road tonight, just their second match of the young season, and excuse me, their third match of the year. So they're on the road playing tonight. The volleyball team also in action, and some good news for you Huntington University athletic supporters. The volleyball team will be in action in the new Platt Arena on Saturday, so that'll be the inaugural game for the Foresters in the new arena. It's beautiful, big video board in the middle, which will be a nice adjustment as well. And as you see, the Foresters just trying to stay loose. We'll take a short break and come back with an update for you here in just a few minutes, and hopefully get this game started as soon as possible. We'll be right back on FDN Sports.
Soccer skills competition is brought to you by the team sponsors, Jimmy John. So make sure to get your ticket if you go to the front gate. You can get your ticket if you don't have one already. Jimmy John, the smells are free.
All right, we want to welcome you back to King Stadium, and we've got some good news. The third official is now on site, and we will be able to get this match started a little later than expected, but still going to be able to play this match here tonight between the Michigan Dearborn Wolverines and the Huntington Foresters. It sounded like there was some accidents on the roadway on his drive over, so glad that He is safe and has arrived, and will be able to play the Foresters' 4th home match of the year, and they'll have a 5th again on Saturday as well. So 5 home matches to start the campaign for the Foresters. They're coming into tonight's game averaging 2.33 goals, coming off an explosion of offense on Saturday where they put up 5 goals. And you just look at this team, they continue to get deeper and deeper, adding some different players into the starting lineup. John Pukliang making his first career start tonight out of Thailand. That foreign influence has been a big part of Russ Lawson's success over his 24 season. And the story remains the same again this year with Igor Barbieri having a huge start, along with really their super stud, João Ratinho, scoring 2 goals in his last game, coming off a 13-goal season last year. So a little bit of delay, going to start about 15 minutes later than expected. But the Foresters and the Wolverines will get a chance to match up. It was a 2-1 loss in the Wolverines' last match against Point Park. They had a lot of chances in that game, just unable to finish other than that one time. But for the Wolverines, they're a fairly experienced side, and you talk about Coach Sampson wanting to recruit within state. Every single one of his players on this Wolverines roster is from Michigan, other than one, and it's Muhammad Ibrahim, who's from Louisville, Kentucky. So he's making it a point to stay within those Michigan State lines, and he's done a good job in his first career season as the head coach at Michigan Dearborn. He will face the Foresters here tonight. Bernardo Coelho will work the first ball for the Foresters as we are underway. A little bit of a delay, but soccer will be played on a cooler night. Don't expect any kind of water break this evening, as we've seen with those 90-degree temperatures, but back again on Saturday. Be about a high of 92. Right now about 70 degrees with a 10-mile-an-hour wind. Pleasant night for some collegiate soccer. Pukliang, his first career college Dutch, will work in the back with Drenth and Kleefecker. Foresters a few changes in the starting lineup today. Colton Foster will once again be coming off the bench, and so will the freshman Jackson Terry. Kleefecker up ahead. It was actually Drenth who sent it ahead to Dolo Bapi, who loses the touch, and the Wolverines will possess. Long ball sent ahead. Foshi and Kleefecker working back. Foshi will just knock it out. It'll be the first throw-in of the day for Michigan Dearborn. As you can see, Michigan Dearborn wears the similar colors to the University of Michigan, a branch of the Wolverine campus, of course, and a familiar logo as well on the scoreboard. Box, a dangerous one at that. First shot is just over, as it looks like a near bicycle kick there on the far side of the goal. Pellegrin looked to have it covered, but that shot just raises a little too high, and the first time Michigan Dearborn touches it, they get a really dangerous look on goal. Take a look at this throw-in. It was actually off the head of Foshi. Lands right in the lap of Schwartz, who gets a shot, just unable to finish. Foresters working to the far side. This is Andre Camera getting another start here tonight. Has been pretty promising on this left side. Uses his speed, looking for a ball into the box. Now he'll deliver one. It's a long ball, and it's just off the top of the head of a Dearborn defender, and it's actually just going to roll out for a goal kick. Elijah Burlack getting his second start of the year. He's coming off a really solid season last year. 19 starts, only gave up 1.7 goals against per game. 6-8-2 record. He had 6 saves in the first game of the year, coming off a 94 save season. So tough to get a shot past him. Foresters will see if they get that same attack going tonight. Michigan Dearborn will use this guy on the ball a lot, Josiah Yoder, one of the most consistent players, and Dilesh Patel rips him down. So the first foul of the night against HU. We saw the Foresters pick up a handful of yellow cards in their match on Saturday. Nothing deserving of that here, as Patel just a little too aggressive from behind on Yoder. Coach Russ Lawson yelling out some early instructions. Ball down the left side for Michigan Dearborn. They send one into the box, dangerous again, tipped away by Pellegrini. Forrester's goalkeeper already busy as Michigan Dearborn continue to hold possession towards the top of the 18. They work it down the left side, looking to deliver another ball into the box. Able to do so, Yoder just gets a touch on it. The Foresters recollect, and it's Coelho able to pick it up inside the box. Coelho uses his physicality, and Schwartz picks up the foul. As Coelho maybe got away with a little forearm there. You can see on the replay using that right hand to extend, but the Foresters win the ball over. High line here for Michigan Dearborn early, putting a lot of pressure on this back line for the Foresters. And it forces a tough ball there by Coelho. Yoder turns inside. He'll give it off to Badone, who launches it in. It's off the face of Pukliang and will go out for a Dearborn throw-in. We did not receive a pronunciation guide from Michigan Dearborn, so once again doing my best to pronounce some of these names correctly. Did a little YouTube research on the way to the game today, and hopefully we'll get those correct throughout most of the match. Austin Dukes, the sophomore, will throw this one in the box. 4 assists in 2021, and he did have 1 assist last year as well in 16 games and 15 starts, and it looks like a foul again on Michigan Dearborn in the box. The Foresters women's team finished in a 0-0 draw tonight, according to the website. They had 14 shots on goal, just couldn't sneak one in, but still a good result for them, able to get a point out of their match on the road. Always a positive. Foresters continue to look for Camera down the left side. This is a great ball to him as he runs it down outside the 18-yard box, tries to rip it in, but in the way is Xavier Walser, who knocks it out. Pukliang will work it back with his defenders Kleefecker and Foshi, who has it now. They've been rock solid on the back line in the first 4 matches for the Foresters. Work it to the middle. Barbieri's knocked down, no call. And Michigan Dearborn with Schwartz wants to run the other way. Continuing to force their attack here are the Wolverines. Ball into the middle. Coelho picks it up for HU, and he'll play it out to Foshi. Foshi tries to cut it back, able to hold possession. Now sends it to head to Barbieri. Barbieri tried to sneak it to Patel, but once again, Michigan Dearborn steps in. A little miscommunication by the Foresters, but they're able to recollect. Talked about Patel a little bit in the pregame. He was a playmaker for the Foresters attack, had 2 shots, both of them on goal in their last match. He also assisted in his first career college start. Coven Drenth, another freshman, sends a long ball up to Owen Leland. He's gonna run it down on the right side. He's got Barbieri in the box. Joining him is Dilesh Patel. Patel cuts it back inside, and Camera gets a head on it, but it's too high. The first chance of the night for the Foresters. Not a shot on goal, but once again, Patel delivering a good ball into the box. Camera not known as an aerial threat, but does stand at 6 feet tall out of Portugal. Looking for his first goal of the year. Usually known for his really solid footwork and creativity on the left side of the attack. Drenth wins the ball, sends it up to Camera now. We might be able to see some of that playmaking as he's able to work through the defender. Camera into the box, knocked down, and not enough there for a penalty, so Michigan Dearborn recollects. Ball sent up ahead to Christian Cole. He can't keep it. Coelho's pulled from behind, and that'll be another foul on Michigan Dearborn, this time on Cole. Foresters choose to play it quick with Dolobapu working it back to Kleefecker. Big chance there for the Foresters. Camera knocked off his run, but not enough there for a penalty. We did see Barbieri score from the spot in the last match. Leading goal scorer for Michigan Dearborn has it now. Christian Cole sends it forward and runs out of room as Pellegrin chases it down. That Forester defense being asked a lot of questions here throughout this first 9 minutes. Several really good looks for the Wolverines. Drenth to Patel, freshman to freshman. Barbieri tries to win the ball, can't do so. Drenth wins it back for a moment, and then the Wolverines repossess. Cole sends this one forward, trying to chase it down as Yoder. Pellegrin's forced to knock it away after Kleefecker sent a pass back to him. As it's Yoder and Cole right now causing some issues on the attack for Michigan Dearborn. Dearborn trying to work it down the right side. This is headed out for the first corner of the night. And the Wolverines with Schwartz will have a chance to rip one in from the corner. About 2 minutes in, the Wolverines had maybe the best shot of the game so far. A shot that just went over the outstretched arms of Pellegrin and just over top of the bar. And it came off a cross from the teammates of Schwartz, and Schwartz was the one that kind of bicycled that one just over the bar. He'll now have a chance to do some assisting. Sends one into the box. It's a long ball in, and it's caught by Pellegrin as he's knocked down. And a little conversations here between the two sides as Cole's not happy with it looks like Kleefecker. Just a little jawing going on, and the referee will let him play on. Cole checks with Pellegrin. Pellegrin gives him the thumbs up, and we'll roll. Both sides with one shot so far. Michigan Dearborn with the best chance. Camera still with a ton of open space down the left side, is trying to run onto another one. It was Garrett Kleefecker who sent it just a little too far. But that's something the Foresters are looking to expose, is Andre Camera giving a ton of space down the left side. Dolobapu sends it back to the other freshman, Drenth. Now forward to Barbieri. Good touch back to Sam Dolobapu. Sends it a little too tall for Patel. Patel works hard to backtrack but loses the ball. And now the Wolverines will counter. They've got several on the attack here. And stepping up and knocking it away is Foshi. Foresters and Michigan Dearborn right now kind of working in the middle of the pitch, both sides. It's the long balls forward that have been the most dangerous for both sides. Kind of saw that with St. Xavier and Huntington University 2 matches ago. There's a lot of the balls over the top that were the most dangerous for both sides, and maybe that's what Coach Russell Austin's most comfortable with, is his best goal scorer has the ball now in the middle, Barbieri. Footwork is good, but it's taken away by Ahmad in the middle. Coven Drenth intercepts, and Coelho picks up. Plays it back forward to Barbieri. Dolobapu running ahead. He stops, able to get a touch, but loses possession. And once again, another long ball up to Cole. Cole gets a good touch on it with his chest. He doesn't have any other attackers. It's 1v6. As joining the attack is Badown. And now Michigan Dearborn will kind of back off and try to work it through the middle. Cole cuts it back to his left foot, sends another one into the box, headed away by Foshi. And it falls back down to the Wolverines. Aliyah Yash, too big of a touch, loses it. Now Dilesh Patel uses a footwork, and he's chopped down by Ayash. That'll be a foul on Michigan Dearborn, and that's what we saw Dilesh Patel do a lot of in the last match. Very creative with the ball. And he forced 4 or 5 fouls against the opposing team, and once again does it there. Bernardo Coelho up to Drenth in the middle. He's going to take some space, try to go to Dolobapu, but Schwartz is there with another defender, and the Wolverines take it away, and then Barbieri sneaks up behind and is called for the foul. So it's actually the main official that showed up a little late here tonight. So he's able to sneak in time. As I mentioned, might be wondering if you're just tuning in, why are we only 14 minutes in? We started 15 minutes late. Car accident causing the main official to show up a little late here tonight, but we are underway and two really good chances, one from each side so far, as this is out for a goal kick. Dan Pellegrin only played 45 minutes in that last game, the goalkeeper for the Foresters, and then Costa came in and gave up the 2 goals, but 2 goals that he really couldn't do a whole lot about. Perfectly placed goals on Saturday against him, and it was a 5-2 victory. Barbieri had 2 goals. He's got 3 on the campaign, along with Dolo Bapiu, who had 1, and then João Ratinho, who oftentimes comes off the bench and provides immediate attacking and offense as Foshi works forward, loses it, and now finds Patel in the middle. Patel thought about a shot for a minute, but works it back to Foshi on the right side. He'll send a low driving ball in. It's knocked away. Patel almost got a foot on it, and working back for it is Barbieri. He's knocked down, nothing called. Dolo Bapi picks it up, and now the foul's called on Barbieri. And he's holding that right ankle right now. It looked like Barbieri was shoved down from the back on the initial attack, but then maybe just a little too aggressive on the ground, and picks up the foul as the Wolverines get possession back. Several sets of hands from the coaching staff for HU shot up after that call. Surprised to see the Foresters not rewarded with a free kick. Camara with a good touch in the middle. He turns towards the middle now, works towards the center circle, over to Patel on the right side. Lofts one over, and there to knock that one out of play is Xavier Walser, as Barbieri was roaming on the back line. Pukliang throws it all the way into Barbieri, just outside the 18. Now to Dolo Bapiu, who rips one, and it's just high. We saw him score from about that length in the last match off a free kick. This one, just a rising bullet that goes just above the bar. Second chance for the Foresters that goes a little too high on the evening. Can't have much more of an explosive start to your career than Sam Dolo Bapiu has had. Scored 2 really great goals and assisted, so I believe already 5 points in his first 3 collegiate matches. He's got it now, sneaks it through the defense. It's advantage for the Foresters, and then Pukliang's knocked down, but will play on. Initially, it looked like advantage for the Foresters, but shut down quickly. Coelho works through 3 defenders, sends it forward, but it's too short as Barbieri roams in, rips it away from the defense and tried to chip Burlack, but the keeper with great hands reacts and makes his 7th save of the year, as Barbieri was looking for number 4 on the season. Pukliang rips it away, and there's a handball there on Michigan Dearborn. Christian Cole just getting in the way of Pukliang, and the Foresters will restart. So a good chance for Barbieri as the reaction time of Elijah Burlack that saved Michigan Dearborn for the moment. Dilesh Patel works down the right side, already delivered 1 really good ball into the box. He'll just knock this one out for a throw-in. Covendrenth works outside to Foshi. He'll line one into the box again. It's ripped away by Schwartz. And Michigan Dearborn able to collect. Working on that back line. It's the pressure from the Foresters causing a little bit of issue, but they'll be able to break that, work the other way with Badown. Sends it up ahead to Afzali. He's knocked down from camera, and it's going to be a foul on the Foresters. Ahmad Masoud Afzali, I should say. A little slow to get up. And the Wolverines will repossess here on another free kick. Nicholas Pulsini will take the next free kick here for the Wolverines. Sends a long one to the left side. Dolobapu intercepts the second pass from the Wolverines, and it falls down to Yoder. Yoder gonna play it back out wide, and it looks like able to keep it in there was Walser. Walser cuts back right side. Looked like a shot. Shouts of a handball from the Michigan Dearborn Wolverine bench. Nothing there. Long ball sent forward to Barbieri. Heading it away was Dukes. Patel, Barbieri working 1-2 here. A lot of space on the left side. Dolobapu takes it to the middle. Camera now has open space towards outside of the box. Hits a little inside the foot cross in. And two Foresters can't beat Burlack to it. 20 minutes gone, really good chances for both sides in this match. Foresters kind of pushing the needle a little bit here in the last 10 minutes. Several good chances in this first half. Wolverines continue to send long balls forward. Pellegrin able to come up and catch easily, and he'll work it out quickly to Drenth. Same starting lineups in there. No changes yet for either side. And Michigan Dearborn in their first match played a ton of players, so I would expect the changes will be coming soon for their side. Drenth lofts one, running it down is Leland, but cutting him off is Burlack, who's able to once again make a nice play off his line. Perfect night here tonight. You see the shadows with the sun starting to go down a little earlier as we approach fall. I'm sure these players are happy to be playing in the 70s rather than the high 90s that we've seen during the recent home games of HU. Big step in there by Camera. Dolobapu picks it up, and now in the middle with Coelho. He'll spin around as Schwartz tries to chase him down and send it up to Dilesh Patel. Patel sends one forward. Leland runs on the end of it. Barbieri in the box. Leland trying to use his speed into the box, and Duke slides in there and knocks it out for the first corner of the night for HU. Leland has really shown his speed throughout these first few games of his HU career. As mentioned, an Indiana Tech transfer. He roams on that right side, and his midfielders know that if they send a ball up there, there's a good chance he's going to run on the end of that. And we saw that in the first game of the Forester season when he delivered a perfect ball into the box after outrunning a couple of defenders and led to the game-tying assist. Sends this one in with his left foot. Running it down is Pukliang. He's got options behind him. Instead works inside. It's knocked out, and it's going to be a goal kick for the Wolverines. And Pukliang cannot believe it. It looked like that ball was knocked directly out of bounds by Michigan Dearborn. Instead, it's a goal kick. Sun kind of playing a factor right now as the Foresters play into the sun here in this first half, and Camera's called for another soft foul. And this one's being officiated very carefully here tonight. Foshi working hard on that back line. Wolverines try to play a ball in. Pukliang able to chest it down to Coelho. Now Dolobapu will turn up the pitch. He's got Camera in front of him. He gives it off to Andre now, able to keep it in. Looks back to Pukliang on the left side. Kleefecker sends another long ball down the left side. Camera trying to get on the end of it, and the Wolverines will play it out as it was Avzali who was there to knock it away. Deep throw in here for the Foresters, as they try to create the first goal of the night for either side. Their first two games of the year only scored one, but have more chances to score several other goals. In their last match on Saturday, everything came together for this attack. Barbieri to Pukliang. He sends one towards the middle of the box. Patel not able to get to that one, and now working it the other way is Michigan Dearborn, but A nice step in by Coelho allows Pukliang to recollect. Kleefecker and Foshi working on that back line along with Coven Drenth, the midfielder who's pulling back. Another long ball sent towards Camera. He's able to get a touch on this one into the box, runs it down and has another chance towards the goal, and Barbieri tried sliding it in, and Michigan Dearborn able to clear it right off the line. The best chance so far for the Foresters, and a great defensive play by the Wolverines to keep this one out of the net. Barbieri was just waiting to tap in his 4th goal of the season. Instead, it's MD who's able to knock it away and keep the Foresters out of goal once again. Talked about the creativity of Camera. He's showing that off on that left side. He's going to keep getting chances with this open concept in the back line of the Wolverines. Coelho wins one in the middle. Dolobapu works against his defender, able to keep his touch, and now works it back to Drenth. A lot of space on the right side. That's where they'll go to Foshi. Foshi working into the attack. Cuts it back to Drenth. He's got several options ahead of him. Tries going to Patel, and it's knocked through as Burlak picks it up safely. Game kind of coming to life a little bit as the Foresters have probably been the better side here in this first half, but Michigan Dearborn has had several really nice chances. And they had the best one to start this match. It was Schwartz who sent over a bicycle kick, maybe somewhat modified on the first touch he had of the game. Patel down the right side, sends it into the box, and it's knocked out for another Forester corner. That was Pulsini trying to keep that one in play. Instead it goes out, and the Foresters have their second chance from the corner tonight. Last time it was Leland. This time it'll be Dilesh Patel. Patel with assists in the last game. See if he can add to that tally. Sends the ball straight to the middle. Coelho nearly got on the end of it. Now the Foresters got to retreat, and able to do so is Foshi. Camera whips one into the box. Dolobapu was roaming, and Burlak comes out as Dolobapu's eyes lit up with that ball from Camera, just unable to get to the end of it. And Burlak continues to play a really solid first half. Foresters continue to win the ball out of the air and continue to try to play it down the left side to Camera. This time, Michigan Dearborn able to collect, gives it back to Austin Dukes, who plays one ahead. Pukliang may have got a hand on that, and he did. As now the Wolverines will have a chance and somewhat of a dangerous spot here. Still a long ways out, but Josiah Yoder obviously really aggressive and not able to play that one quickly. So maybe a little set piece coming here from probably 50 yards out for the Wolverines. Ball sent to the left side of the box. Drenth gets up, but it is headed on by Walser. And it looks like a foul was called, so it'll be the Foresters' ball anyways. Coelho and Drenth, midfielders for this team, but continue to work back and then take space in the middle as you're seeing here. They really work back hard, and Coach Russ Lawson praises his team for that. He wants all 11 getting back on defense when they need to, and I would say they have done that extremely well here just 3 games in. Drenth tries playing the ball. It's knocked away by the Wolverines, but straight back to Drenth, who plays it over to Kleefecker in the middle. Foshi stays up with the attack. Coelho's got some space in the middle. Instead they go to Barbieri, who plays it over to Leland. Leland will cut this one in, up to Sam Dolobapu, back to Leland, still has the ball, to Camera, shot on goal, knocked away. Leland has a second chance, and Burlak saves them both. Camera trying to maybe curve that one to the right side of the goal, sent it right at Burlak, and then Leland with the second chance just couldn't get enough on it. So 2 crucial saves there from the Wolverines goalkeeper, who has done that throughout his career for this side. Back the other way come the Wolverines as they're trying to get their attack rolling now. This is Walser with it to his left foot. Shot knocked away. Foresters get the ball with Dolo Bapu, who plays it out to Camera. Camera's been the main point of attack here tonight for HU. He keeps the ball here and will take space in the middle. Sends one up to Barbieri. It's actually Patel who tries running on the end, and Burlack again forced off his line, comes up and squeezes it away. Wolverines will work back the other way. Drenth able to get ahead on it, and Coelho keeps it in play. Ahead to Barbieri, touches it over his defender, but the second defender Duke's there. Barbieri gets it back. Him and Patel working together. Camera again on the left side. Barbieri gets back in the middle and now has the ball. And the Foresters' Drenth able to get it again in the middle. Patel back to Drenth, over to Leland. Barbieri roaming in the 18-yard box once again. This is sent towards them, and it's knocked away by the Wolverines. And they're able to collect it at the top of the 18, start moving back the other way. Ball sent forward up ahead to Walser. He uses his speed, and he still has possession here. Joining him is Cole, but Foshi tracks back and gets a nice applause from the crowd as he had to work hard to get back into that play and saves the Foresters on the defensive side there. Not something you'll see in the box score, but a crucial play for the Foresters here early. Camera, another chance as Coelho joins him in the middle. A lot of open space in the middle of this defense against Michigan Dearborn. Camera works it in, left foot, knocked away by the Wolverines. Camera regains possession, plays it back to Pukliang. Pukliang drops it over to Drenth in the middle, who works it back to Kleefecker. All the field players for the Foresters right now over the midfield mark, joining the attack. Dolobapu lifts one in towards the box. Patel fell down, and it's headed out by Duke, so it'll be a Forester throw-in, and it looks like we might have our first substitution of the match as well. That's João Ratinho coming in, the super sub for the Foresters, coming off a 2-goal performance in his last match. He was the second leading scorer for HU last year with 13 goals, and you get a duo like Barbieri and Ratinho with 27 goals on a campaign, you feel pretty good, especially when they combine for 4 like they did in the last game. Pukliang sends this one in, dangerous for Ratinho. It's knocked out of play, and it'll be another goal kick. As Ratinho thought that one may have gone off of the Wolverines. Instead, it's just a goal kick, but you can see Ratinho kind of comes in and instantly is like a magnet for attacking chances. He gets right in the middle of the box and creates chances in front of the goal, whether it's assisting, passing, or creating goals like he did in the last game. And Sun's still playing a little bit of a factor here as the Foresters try to win some of the balls in the air. This one's knocked away for a moment, but Schwartz gets it back, sends it forward, and trying to run it down is Badome, but a nice slide tackle out of play there by Pukliang. Controls the attack for Michigan Dearborn. Schwartz waits for Dukes to come up, and he's going to be the one to send it into the box. I mean, this would be a long throw-in, but right now Michigan Dearborn is looking like they might have a chance to get this one in the box with Dukes. That can be a weapon that's not talked about often in soccer, but if you can get someone that can really launch these balls into the box, it almost works as a cross, as it does there, and nearly leads to a goal, but Pellegrini able to step over and make the two-handed save. So Dukes, obviously someone to watch on those deep throw-ins. He delivered a perfect ball in, just not enough on the header as Pellegrini was forced to make a rather easy save here in the first half. This one sent forward to João Ratinho. It's knocked away and falls to Patel for the Foresters in their home white kits tonight. It's the navy blue Michigan Dearborn Wolverines wearing that color that everyone's so used to seeing. Foshi plays it up to Coelho. This one now to Patel. He's got some space, rips it back to his left foot, now back to his right. Loses possession for a moment, regains and sends it back to Coelho. Launches one over the top to Camera. Camera cannot keep it in, and it's out for another goal kick. Coelho providing a really nice ball over the top to Camera. Camera just couldn't get a touch on it and keep it in play. But he continues to be the person the Foresters look for on this offense right now and in the attack. Mohamed Ibrahim is in the game for the first time out of Louisville, Kentucky, as Camera is able to pull this one down on his right foot. Good retreat by Michigan Dearborn on the defensive side. Camera rips one in, plays it into the box, and stepping in is Burlack once again to intercept that one as Leland and Patel were looking to get to the ball. Long ball from Burlack sent forward. Kleefecker forced to come and get it. Pellegrin off his line will jump up, punch it away, and it looks like it'll be a throw-in, and Pellegrin is down on the pitch right now. And it looks like we're gonna need some athletic training assistance here on the pitch. It was Cole and Pellegrin that clashed there in the air, and immediately Cole waved for the trainer to come onto the pitch, so he must have got Pellegrin pretty good. I don't know exactly where, but Pellegrin remains down on the pitch, and it makes you wonder what may be going on, as it looks like it might be a left leg injury here for Pellegrin. So we'll wait to see if he can stay in this match right now, as Costa now gets up and starts to loosen up just in case. You hate to see this if you're a Forester fan. Dan Pellegrin has been off to a great start here in his junior year out of the Netherlands. And that coaching staff for the Foresters maybe just a little worried right now, as Coach Russ Lawson out there with Chris, one of the athletic trainers for the Foresters. And we hope, of course, Dan is okay. And once we know a little more, we'll obviously let you know listening at home. Forester coaching staff kind of talking about maybe some adjustments they'd like to make. Coach Josh Kessler along with Coach Kevin Keski having some discussions with Pedro Borges and Colton Foster, the Huntington native. Maybe some instructions what they would like to see out of these substitutes coming into this game. Dan Pellegrin is on his feet, and it looks like he's going to be helped off the pitch by the athletic trainer and Coach Russ Lawson. So definitely not something the Forester fans want to see, as it looks like Pellegrin is laboring on that left leg. And that looks like it'll surely force Costa to come into this match. And right now you just hope maybe it's something that'll just last a few days, and hopefully get some news from Coach Russ Lawson here throughout the rest of this week to see what's going on with Dan Pellegrin. It was the collision with Christian Cole, and like I said, Christian Cole immediately knew the athletic staff needed to come out for the Foresters. So either maybe got a cleat on that left leg, or just maybe made some uncomfortable contact and knew Pellegrin needed assistance. That was pretty good sportsmanship by him to make the Foresters bench aware that Dan Pellegrin needed some help. And he's still having some discussions with Chris, the athletic trainer for the Huntington University Foresters. So we'll try to get back underway here as Luis Costa will come into the game and play goalkeeper. Actually going to take Pellegrin off the pitch here on the gator at Huntington University, so not able to put any weight on that left leg. Of course, we never want to assume what sort of injury is going on. And hopefully for Pellegrin, like I said, it's something that he can overcome in a short amount of time, but it becomes a larger situation now for the Foresters as Luis Costa will come in. A sophomore goalkeeper out of Portugal will now have to kind of step in, almost walk into the fire and, you know, be ready to play and keep this game scoreless, as Michigan Dearborn now will be looking up at the backup goalkeeper for the Foresters, obviously up to the task. Played solid in that second half in the last match, but just a little bit of a different dynamic. And it'll be another throw-in here from Dukes. Remember last time Dukes had it, this long throw-in created a scoring chance for the Wolverines. They'll try to do the same here. Ball sent into the middle and knocked just wide of the goal, as Costa saw that one barely miss going in the right side, as the Forester home crowd gives Dan Pellegrin a ovation here as he's being carted off the pitch. Couple of changes here for Michigan Dearborn. It'll be Schwartz who sends this one into the box. Left-footed cross across the face of the goal, and it's knocked out of play, and it'll be a goal kick. And Costa will be happy to see those first two chances lead to nothing with him in goal. Costa, one of the many players for this HU roster out of Portugal. Obviously, Foresters like what they're seeing from the Portuguese, and it's paid off for him so far this year, with João Ratinho, of course, being a big part of things. But now Costa stepping in, and he's going to have to play, it looks like, the rest of this match. Sun's starting to go down. It could get a little chilly here this evening. A high of about 66, 65 when the sun goes down tonight. So these players used to the hot temperatures will get used to the cool here for just a few hours, and then back on Saturday, another hot match against Holy Cross here at King Stadium. It's only the second ever night game at King Stadium. The inaugural night game was 2 matches ago, and they played St. Xavier in a thrilling 1-1 draw. As Colton Foster gets a few of his first touches up to Foshi, now falls back to Foster. A couple more Foresters wait to come into the match. Hook Liang, the freshman from Thailand, plays it ahead to Dolo Bapu, who turns, and then he's ripped down by Schwartz, and no call. And Dolo Bapu can't believe it again. It looked like he was really knocked there on the back of his right foot. Nothing called. Either way, the Foresters keep possession. Pedro Borges in the game as well for HU, wearing number 33, patrolling the middle of this attack. Dolo Bapu up ahead to Foster. He'll play it ahead now to Borges. Just into the match, cannot get on the end of it as Dukes shepherds it out for a goal kick. I think throughout Dolo Bapu's career, we're going to see him maybe officiated differently than other players because of his pure strength and ability to also use speed and his footwork to keep the ball, because he was really chopped down there from behind. No call, but his 6'3" frame and the pure strength and ability to keep the ball, it's hard to know really if he was fouled. So we'll see if that changes, but I think that's something that Sam's going to see a lot of in his career, just because of his physical attributes and also his skill set. Just over 6:30 left in the first half. Several good chances for both sides. Dukes once again joins the attack to try to launch a long throw into the box. Sends a low liner into the box, headed away by the Foresters, and a little too much contact there from Michigan Dearborn will lead to a free kick for Costa. Costa into this game after Dan Pellegrin has to leave with some sort of leg injury, it appeared. Shadows starting to set in now, and the lights turned on at King Stadium for these two sides. Foster plays a quick ball to Ratinho in the middle. He works with Borges, who plays it out wide to Robert Nabulare. He goes down the right side with speed. It's knocked out, and it'll be a Forester corner kick, and Nabulare instantly using that speed again to create a chance for the Foresters. He assisted on a similar play on Saturday. Came in for just a handful of minutes and really created 3 or 4 chances for HU. And that speed down the right side is something that defenses have had to contest with, and Nabulare just using that speed has created a lot of issues. Pedro Borges will take this one from the corner flag. Whips it into the middle. On the end of it for a moment was Ratinho. Dolobapu tries to send it towards goal, and it's sent a little too high over top as Dolobapu maybe just trying to strike one back into the box. And a lot of bodies in there. You never know if it might deflect into the goal. That one goes a little too high. Burlack decides to play short here with Pulsini, who launches one forward. Freshly into the game is number 22, Kareem Hassan. Nabulare picks it up on the right side. Cuts one back to his left foot, now back to his right. Sends one into the box, knocked away. Pedro Borges picks it up. He'll send one into the box. Looked like a handball and nothing there from the referee again. And then the Foresters lose the ball. Hopefully we can get a replay of that one and see if there was anything in there. But right now it's Michigan Dearborn trying to go back on the attack. Dolobapu steps up and knocks it back to Kleefecker, who plays it over to Pukliang. Owanowski's first touch of the night on the left side. He had some really good chances as well in that last match. Playing on the left wing and using his speed on the flank as well. Foshi up ahead to Camera, I believe. That was actually Borges who's knocked down. But I think the Foresters had a pretty good complaint there. It looked like a handball. It was Walser who kind of lifted his hands just inside the 18-yard box. But once again, the referee did not seem to see it that way, and the Foresters were not awarded their second penalty of the young season. Coelho and Borges stand over this one. Dolobapu waits in the box. Nabulare, Ratinho, Kleefecker, and Owanowski in the middle. Nabulare gets a head on it, and it just sneaks over. As the Foresters had another chance in the air, Robert Nabulare just put that one over top of the bar. That's really the third shot tonight for HU that's just been a little too high. On goal for sure, just not forcing a save as it's a little too tall for Burlack. Of course, not a shot on goal, we know that, but would have hit the goal if it were a little lower. And right now, they're trying to hit the goal for the first time tonight. Still 0-0, 43 minutes gone in the match. Owanowski waits on the left side. This ball sent forward to Ratinho. He tries heading it on to Nabulare, but Burlack easily collects. All kind of chances for the Foresters here, really in the last 30 minutes of the first half. They've kind of stepped up in that offense, and the attack has started to collect more chances and look a little more fluent than they did maybe in the first quarter of an hour of this match. Only 90 minutes to play with here in the first half. It's still 0-0 between Michigan Dearborn as the Foresters send it down the right side again to Robert Nabulare. Into the box, Robert goes, tries to collect another assist on the year. Ratinho's ripped away, and then Michigan Dearborn steps up and knocks it out of the box. I'm telling you, these wing players for the Foresters are really creating all the offense. Nabulare to Borges, sends one to the middle. Owanovsky tried for the bicycle. He's knocked down and then tries to get up and recollect the ball, as Owanovsky really had a chance there for a spectacular goal, just could not get that right foot on it. Might have seen that one on ESPN in the morning if he was able to collect that one and fire it in there. Fans not pleased with the officiating tonight for the Foresters, and really a pretty big crowd here tonight at King Stadium, as Kleefecker will chase this one down, and he'll send it back forward to Dolobapu. 20 seconds on the clock. Dolobapu once again knocked down by Schwartz, but Schwartz able to keep the ball. Coelho steps up, and it's knocked back to the Wolverines. Now in the middle, the Wolverines go, and a big foul, and this is going to force the clock to stop here, and this is going to be the first card of the day for either side, as it was Ibrahim getting ripped down from behind. So the clock stops here, and the Wolverines will have a chance to probably put a shot on goal from about 25, 30 yards out. Wolverines have 3 players waiting around the middle of the ball here to see if they can draw up a set piece that puts them ahead with just a few ticks left before halftime. Schwartz, Dukes, and it looks like Badown is over the top of this one. Nope, excuse me, it's Pulsini as well. Everyone in on the attack here. It'll be Schwartz who gets this free kick going, and the set piece rolling here for the Wolverines. It'll now be Dukes, plays it short, ripped by Schwartz, and it's knocked over top of the bar by Kleefecker, and that will send us to halftime. So a good first half and a lot of offense, but yet no goals to show for it for either side as we head to the halftime break. We'll have 45 minutes of soccer when we come back. Right now, no goals in this match between Michigan Dearborn and the Huntington University Forest. We'll be back here in a few minutes on FDN Sports.
This is how we like to do it.
We're making a movie!
Okay, 117 Echo, take one, cover mark.
And action.
I'm the script supervisor.
I'm first AC for camera A.
Second AD.
Best boy electric.
Focus puller.
I'm about to run this right here and man the camera.
B-Speed.
Thank you, bye-bye. We've got over 20, 25 students that have worked really hard all semester preparing for this month-long experience.
Oh yeah, the standards have definitely been raised. You ready for me or no?
Normally we do films in 3 days.
We do a lot of student films.
And this has been like 4 weeks plus an entire semester of prep.
This is